22 minutes after 8 o'clock on this last Sunday in April. My name's David Grossman. This is Sportsnet 590, The Fan. In studio, the husband and wife team of chiropractor Dr. Stephanie Anisco and her personal trainer, because he is a personal trainer as well, Jeff McCallum. We're talking a little bit about the body and when you see a chiropractor, when you don't. And we'll get more into that. But there aren't many 16-year-olds who get an opportunity to play for Canada at a major international sporting event, and Lucas Rumball did. He's a student at Toronto Senator O'Connor College, and he plays the sport of rugby, one of the top players for his age in this province and maybe the country as well. We did a piece on him earlier this week on Rogers TV, our sister station, along with his teammate, Michael Duras. And he's back from England after the Canadian under-17 team had what they call several games or friendly games with other countries. And he's joining us now to talk about the great experience that a 16-year-old goes through. Good morning. How you doing, Lucas?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Appreciate you joining us on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. The Wellington Invitational Rugby match. Let's first of all ask you, how did Canada do against the opposition?
We did great. You know, it's not always about the wins. It's more about how we play and how we improve through the tournament because we're only together for 2 weeks. And, you know, every game we got better and better.
Okay. Tell us, though, how many did you win, how many did you lose?
We won 1 and lost 4.
Okay. Now, what did you learn personally from playing against people your age from other countries?
I learned that as a rugby player, I have a lot to learn, a lot to improve on, and that as a team, you know, we really get better when we play together for longer and we can compete at that level for sure.
You must have heard the phrase that goes on a lot. Rugby is a beastly game played by gentlemen. Soccer is a gentleman's game played by beasts. I don't know if you heard that or not, but do you agree?
Yeah, for sure. It's a tough game, but, you know, after the game, everything's left on the field, and the other team, no, nice guys. So, yeah, I'd agree.
This is a sport where you don't wear any padding, other than, well, if some people might wear a hat, you know, one of those funny-looking hats to prevent the cauliflower ears. And then you also have this mouth guard. But other than that, there's no padding. And I often wonder what it's like when you have a 250-pound guy coming at you, and you're quite a bit smaller in size. You ever get hurt?
I do get hurt sometimes. It's never too serious. So the only thing I got hurt was my quad over there, a little bruise. You can play through stuff like that. I find the rugby, it's less intense than the football. It's because of the no equipment. It really doesn't matter the size. You can form tackle a guy and bring him down.
Dr. Stephanie Anisco is in studio with us. She went to high school a long time ago, then went on to university at Michigan State, and she's a chiropractor, and she's listening very carefully at what you're saying. You want in on this. Go ahead.
Hey, Lucas.
Hi.
Congratulations on your recent competition. I was just wondering, what are some other typical injuries that you, your fellow teammates experience? I know you mentioned about a quad injury. What are some other typical ones that you guys deal with?
There's a lot of shoulders, so sore shoulders, sometimes separated shoulders because you do use them a lot to hit and tackle. Ankles are another one, and there were some knee injuries, but you can get taped up before the game to help out.
And then what kind of therapists travel with you usually?
We have a physio with us. They tape, they telling us to ice all the time. They stretch us out and do therapy when we're hurt.
Lucas Rumball, you got a little bit of size. You're also very good at the sport of rugby. My question to you is, why a contact sport with no padding when you could have chosen something like golf or swimming or distance running, a sport where maybe your parents wouldn't have to worry as much about their son getting hurt?
Well, rugby, it may look like it's just hitting out there, but there's a lot of strategy involved in the game, and you really have to know what you're doing to excel at it. So that's why I like it. It's not just smash, smash, smash. You got to know what you're doing out there.
2 years ago, your team won the high school league junior championship. And last year, the senior team, I believe, was in the final and won it as well. I'm told you play the number 8 spot, which is a forward. How do you react when you see a lot of players are involved in the dirty aspect of the game? And in a game where I guess things don't always go your way, how do you prevent yourself from retaliating against another player?
You really got to just, if you're up and a guy takes a liberty at you, maybe cleats you or something, you got to look at the score and you got to try and walk away from the stuff because your team will need you for the next game, right? So you just got to take it in stride and hope you don't get hurt.
2 years ago, this month is the second anniversary of an unfortunate accident that occurred in this city in high school rugby, and no one should get seriously hurt. For that matter, no one should die from playing a school sport. But that happened 2 years ago in the Toronto Catholic District School Board. A youngster in a junior rugby game was seriously injured. Nobody talks about it anymore. His name was Wellesley George, played at Marshall McLuhan High School. But many of us know when you watch the game what can happen, and injuries do occur. Stephanie, you see this all the time, and Jeff, in sports. And it sort of raises the question about, should you be properly prepared to go into a game, and that means in good physical shape when it comes to contact? What are your thoughts about that?
Oh yeah, for sure. You have to be properly prepared. You gotta be ready to get hit, and the guy giving the hit has to hit someone properly. It's like I said before, it's not just smash, smash, smash. There's form tackling, there's rules. You gotta play by the rules. One
more quick question before we let you go. Are other teams disadvantaged because of the fact that guys like you are so advanced in skills and the opportunities in rugby? I'm talking about high school. Here you are going against youngsters who are just learning the game or maybe not as fortunate to be as successful as you are. Do you feel that way?
A little bit. You can see the difference for sure in the national level and the high school level, but I try and bring back to my team what I learned, and hopefully they bring it back to people they know, and so it just spreads around and the program gets better and better. So when we go back to the tournaments, we're even better the year after. Lucas,
you're very good at what you do. We appreciate your time this morning. Good luck with your high school team this year and also this summer at the Nationals in Quebec. We thank you again.
Thanks for having me on.
Lucas Rumball, rugby player, student at Senator O'Connor College in Toronto, and just back from an exciting international trip to England. Well.